Sometimes you can get some really strong sort of candlestick patterns that potentially can mark turning points in the markets. Now, oftentimes, you don't necessarily know whether a candlestick pattern is going to move in the desired direction that the technicals would otherwise indicate. But here's a way of combining key candlestick patterns with major news events. So if you just take a look here, you've got gold on the daily chart. You can see you've got an inside bar. In fact, it's a Harami inside bar. You then have a false break of that Harami inside bar, which is a typical reversal pattern. You can see that we've moved up to a position of overhead resistance. If you just have a look at that 1950 region, you can see it's a big round number. Price has moved into that resistance, sold off. We've had a daily reversal candle, and then we've formed another inside bar on the day after. So we've got another inside bar indicating consolidation, and that's actually a pin bar inside pin bar. Now, often that will be indicative of some explosive price action to the downside, but it's not a guarantee. So what you can do is combine major news releases with key candlestick patterns. So today, in this contemporary example, on Tuesday, the 5th of September, tomorrow we've got some very important data due out for the US. And if that data disappoints to the downside, then you'd expect gold to gain. But if the data comes in much firmer than the markets are expecting, then you would definitely expect more downside in gold, because in the current context, you'd expect dollar strength, yields to gain, and that should naturally weigh on gold. So should prices sort of meander up to this 1940, 1945 region, and then it's just before the key data release, you all of a sudden know you've got a really strong technical setup for selling should the US data come in very strongly. So just bear this in mind. Any return back up to this 1940, 1945 region would be a beautiful area for selling. And say you were poised or were looking to sell and the data came in very badly, you then know, okay, gold's likely to gain. So the technicals are unlikely to work out. In this way, you can combine key candlestick patterns. Here you've got a Harami inside bar, false break of a Harami inside bar, inside bar. You've also got a potential pin bar reversal or a shooting star pattern. And you're putting all that together, but using key news events that are really focused by the market can just give you that extra level of conviction. And the technicals in that instance can end up really helping the trade. So there's just an example of using key candlestick patterns on major news events. Do pop by on Wednesday or look back in the calendar and see what happened on Wednesday, the 6th of September, to see what the US data did, and that gives a good indication of where price can go.